Hey y'all, what is up? It is your girl Molinda Jae, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today's episode or today's video is going to be about my thoughts, recap, review of Belle Collective season 2, episode 4. Now, before I get into things, I just wanted to just give you my little thoughts of it right now about the episode that happened Friday. Okay, so what this episode so far has, it was more like a relationship episode to me, because we started off with Letitia and Akeisha when it comes to the business, establishing and basically establishing a business relationship with each other in regards to Fair Street. And then we had Marie and Letitia meeting up at Letitia's office when it came to their friendship relationship. And then we had Glenn and Faye, going to Faye, which is Letitia's mom, for some consult, some advice from, um, and also he looked at her as a mother figure as well, because of the fact that him and Letitia have been together so long, since high school, being high school sweethearts. So with Glenn and Faye, it's more like a in-law relationship there. And then following with Akeisha and Willie, we get to see Willie this episode, which is Akeisha's husband. And they have a healthy relationship in regards to, well, we see the dynamics within their relationship, and they being lovey-dovey, PDA, having fun, interacting with each other. Um, in this episode, and then we're gonna go right on down to Cologne with Akeisha and so Gucci, developing their relationship, far as so Gucci showing Akeisha and her husband housing for to either permanently move to Mississippi or just temporarily move to Mississippi because of the Fair Street project. And then we went on down with Essie visiting Latrice, and Essie being like the surrogate between Latrice and Marie in regards to getting those two back into reconciliation or cordial, to where it doesn't have to be a blowout every single time an event is happening between them two. And then, of course, ending the episode with Letitia and Glenn meeting up at the restaurant and explaining, going through the dynamics within their relationship. So I just want to give y'all my little quick thoughts about what I grasped from the episode so far. And it felt like more of a relationship episode to me, as far as like the different dynamics of everybody's relationship with each other in this episode. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in for the recap slash review of this episode. And I'm not gonna hold y'all, so let's get into it. So we start off with the episode with Letitia and Akeisha meeting up with each other at the Fair Street location. Akeisha, as stated before, she already has her office and property there due to inheritance, and the properties being within the family. And they're discussing again establishing a business relationship in regards to getting things moving forward with the revitalization of Fair Street. And I like the fact that Akeisha gave us a little 1-2 facts about Fair Street. And of course, Letitia, she knows the ins and out of Fair Street as well because of her grandfather. So it's nice to see both women have that same passion, have that similar backgrounds of they have family members that grew up or had property on Fair Street, and now it's like this time it's time to build a business, a collaborative relationship in regards to get this street revitalized. So it can bring in revenue, and it can be its the same old self but in a modern aspect. Okay, so that's what I was getting out from that portion. And of course, Akeisha, she said, as much as passion as Letitia has for the Fair Street and revitalizing, it was giving. I hope she's able to put her money where her mouth is in regards to that. So I caught that little shade, light shade, at the end of that segment, and then we're going to move on to Marie meeting up at Letitia's office to discuss the brunch again. Oh my gosh, like I said, the brunch is going to be in every episode. I can see this now. Oh my goodness. But yes, they discussed about the brunch, and of course diving a little bit deeper in the accountability realm of whose fault it is, who to blame. And I like how they hold each other accountable of each other's actions in regards to what had transpired at the brunch. But at the same time, it was Marie just made the decision upon herself to just be like, you know what, I'm gonna bow out from, and I'm gonna just uninvite myself from the brunches so I can, begin to work on myself, and of course tend to whatever needs I need for myself or my family. So those emotions won't flood all into what has transpired in the event. And plus, I don't want to be in the same realm as Latrice whenever you are having these events with her, or you inviting her into these events. And as much as Letitia wants Marie to still continue to go to the brunches, just because she is her friend and she feels like as her friend she should support her in anything and everything that she does, and rightfully so. However, I would like Letitia just honor the fact that Marie is taking upon herself to silently remove herself from attending these brunches so she can be able to seek the healing that she wants and be able to come back as a better person that she is presenting herself, knowing I'm pretty sure that is not the person that she is. Okay, so at least honor the fact that she is removing herself instead of you just uninviting or not inviting her at all. Okay, just take it as is. And then as time moves forward and things starts to unfold and come into reconciliation, olive branch type of thing, then she'll probably make her way back to the brunches. But right now, just let her be. Okay. Now, next we segue on to Glenn visiting Faye, that is Letitia's mom, for some sound advice when it comes to getting back in good graces with Letitia, or just getting a little more insight of what could he do to win her back, so to speak. And of course they start off discussing how is the son doing, their son, Letitia and Glenn's son, and how he's adapting to the change that has transpired because of the infidelities that has transpired within the relationship. And then they segue into Glenn's upbringing. So we get like a little snippet of Glenn's upbringing and him stating that he never, him stating that he tries his best not to become his father because he never knew him. And due to the fact that he never knew his father, it kind of forced him to learn how to become a man, or learning how to love people the right way, and not doing things out of selfishness or temptation. So that was a little segue, a little snippet that we got far as like getting into the dynamics of, or the psyche of Glenn. So yeah, far as like restoring the marriage due to infidelity, that of course, Miss Faye, she said it herself, it takes two. It takes two to tango. However, whenever one person messes up, it 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 basically, the trust is like all the way back to square one. Yeah, so you got to go all the way back to square one due to the fact that what had transpired. And yeah, it's gonna take some work to get back into someone's good graces, because the trust that was there before is no longer there. So, and then plus added to the fact that y'all are high school sweethearts, that just add a little bit more twisted dynamics between the two. And I get it when it comes to Glenn and Letitia's relationship. I get it, because I have dealt with a childhood slash high school sweetheart relationship. I've dealt with it, so I understand completely what Glenn and Letitia is going through when it comes to like having a long history and you're trying to make things work. And I feel like if you only knew um about being in a relationship, because yes, people that have not experienced that type of relationship, yeah, you can take advice from people who haven't experienced those relationships. It's only you to use your discernment and knowing when to hold and knowing when to fold at the end. So he did throw me off when he said he wanted Tisha to support him, like he wants her to, and Faye was like, let's keep in mind, Letitia has been supporting you for the longest. You the one that has stopped, and you seek support elsewhere. Okay, so I'm glad she got on his ass about that, because yeah, don't be trying to flip it on the other person far as like support and other things, when the person has been doing that consistently for the longest. It was just you and your shortcomings that you're deflecting, basically. You're deflecting on the shortcomings, and that's okay. That's something that you can learn and heal those traumatic inner child wounds that has transpired. Well, yeah, heal those traumatic and inner child wounds, so you can be the better person that you want to be for Letitia. Otherwise, don't be trying to deflect. Don't be trying to deflect, saying she did not give me the support that I needed, and where, because it seems like to me she was giving you the support that you needed at the time. You just went astray. Okay, so work on that and then come back. It's almost like when Nene Leaks and Greg, like you done lost your dang mind, and when you find your mind, you can call me. That was basically what that was for me at that moment. But on to Akeisha and Willie, where they went on a little coffee date, and I love the affection between both of them. I do have to say that when it comes to that couple there, I love the affection that they show with each other, and they like to have fun and stuff like that. However, within this little segment here, Akeisha is um, trying to get Willie to convince him to move to Jackson because of the Fair Street project, and she wants to be present where the money is flowing, where the money is going, when it comes to anything business like. And I get where Akeisha is coming from. I like to be where I am putting my money where my mouth is, so I can know where it's going and know how it's being used and so forth. Stand on top of the plan, basically. And he's like receptive of it because he's so used to the New York City, New Jersey lifestyle, city boy versus the Southern girl. So when she said that she is Southern and he is country, like if you know, you'll know. Okay. In other words, she is. I'm going to explain it. She is a Southern belle. Okay. Meanwhile, he is a city boy, um, with the New Jersey and New York lifestyle. He's country. And I'm pretty sure he's like a city boy, country boy, and she's more like a Southern girl, a Southern country girl. Okay, so down here in the South is like slow and steady. You get space where you can be able to relax and stuff like that. And meanwhile, when you're up north, you're a little bit, the space is a little bit limited depending on your tax bracket. Okay, but otherwise your space is limited and the cost is a little bit, is definitely twice as high as it is in the South. So you got space to breathe down here. Meanwhile, up there in the north, you're limited, but you have things to do up there. Not to say the South, you don't have things to do down here, but with the north, with especially with New York and New Jersey, there are definitely things to do, consistently all the time. I've never been there before, but just by geographical and all the shows and stuff and headquarters that are located there, there's definitely something to do up there compared to down here. It's a little bit more relaxed. Of course, you got things to do, but it's like winding down here. Okay, so that's what I was getting with she is Southern and he's country. Okay, she enjoys her space, and I'm pretty sure he does too. But nonetheless, that's what I was getting. When it came to the Southern, or she's Southern and he's country. So, but it was funny when he said, "I just never thought I'll be living in Jackson, Mississippi," because it was like, I've been a city boy for the longest. I've been in New York, New Jersey for the longest, and now I'm moving all the way down here to the South where things are kind of slow, and I gotta find my groove back, around this realm, and I gotta make more connections and stuff like that. But nonetheless, and then we segue on to them going house hunting with so Gucci showing them a house. By the way, that house is beautiful. Okay. And he's looking, and Willie is looking at the house like, this is too much. This is just too much for a temporary time. And Akeisha is like, no, it's not, because I like to be comfortable where I'm at. And because he did stated that we're moving from a 12,000 square foot home in New York, New Jersey to a 5,000 square foot in Mississippi. Well, at least the cost difference could benefit. For one thing, Akeisha, she does not like renting, and I'm the same way. I don't like renting, but if you got to do what you got to do, you just got to do what you got to do. But however, hopefully they will come into an agreement, agree to disagree, and allow her to live in a space comfortably while they are in Mississippi and revitalizing the Fair Street project, and not feel, that they have to be in a small little cottage and make it do what it do and stuff like that. So, as they say, happy wife, happy life. But how about we just agree? How about we just do a compromise, and make do what do? Because, like y'all said, y'all got the money, y'all got the coin, so I don't see what the problem is. But anyways, now we move on to the next scene where Esty visits Latrice at Goddess Links at her location, and I have to start by saying this. the shady taglines that them two were given at the moment, because they were because I didn't even know Etsy and Marie are licensed cosmetologists, but with their hair being laid all the time, especially with them finger waves, like only a licensed cosmetologist would know how to do that with the cleanliness of it all. So I was like, okay, and they do have a hair care line. So I was like, okay, all right. But yeah, the shadiness that they were given was enough. But Etsy's main agenda of going to Latrice's location is to extend an olive branch / reconciliation in regards to her relationship with Marie, which of course we going to see on the next episode. Marie didn't know that Etsy went over to Latrice to talk about having an olive branch or extending an olive branch, but nonetheless, they discuss on the topics and how can they move forward. And to be honest, like for the people that watched last season, none of this fraud stuff didn't come up within the season. It came up literally at the reunion, and I was like, what? So basically, all this allegations and stuff, it happened off camera. When it came to these blogs and all that other shenanigans, it was never on the episodes last season. So we don't know what went on. Only the people who was seeking the information and the blogger who was doing the do, only those parties would know. So I'm not even going to go into detail with that. All I know is that we didn't hear about this mess until on the reunion. Okay. So and also I didn't know Essie had lupus either. So this is why I say her and Marie are like soul sisters, because they mirror each other and they do have that soul connection of being that confident, being that support for one another. And everybody needs a friend like Etsy, okay? But nonetheless, she had explained that they had lost employees and clients because of the allegations. So hopefully within the next episode or on down the line of this season that they do come to a resolution, reconciliation, and we don't have to hear about this in the next season, okay? And then of course we're going to conclude it with Glenn and Tisha. Letitia meeting up at the restaurant, and may I say, Miss Mamas, she was twisting her little stuff. She was twisting it, and she was looking good too. She was twisting and had her makeup on, had her smelling good perfume on, got her outfit on, and I was like, yes, Letitia, give him something that he can remember. Let him know, girl. Let him know what he is missing. But during this meetup, he discussed about doing some counseling sessions, and he was talking about we can start with 3 sessions, and I'm like, how about y'all just do like 5-10? How about make it a lifetime session where y'all could just go every 6 months and see and check up on each other and see where y'all mind is at, how y'all want to move forward, because 3 sessions of counseling is not gonna cut it. It's not gonna make that quick fix. Is not going to make that mistake that was done years ago a quick fix. So 3 counseling sessions, no, it's not going to do it. And let's see, and at the same time he was discussing basically asking the question, how can we move forward? And she is basically like, this girl that you have met and been with ever since the age of 17, she is not that same girl anymore. I'm a full woman, and baby, when she said it's a privilege to be with me, okay, stop playing with me. I was like, I feel you, girl. I felt that. When that was the tweet, and basically that was the that was the episode. That is the tagline, and I'm gonna steal that, Letitia. I'm gonna take that one from you. It's a privilege to be with me. Stop playing, and I feel like everybody should apply that in their self-worth, because when you are interacting with other people, you have the choice to allow people into your space and to be in cahoots with, and you have the choice as well to remove people from your space so you can continue to move forward. So when she has said that statement, it's a privilege to be with me. Stop playing with me. She meant that. Okay, so stop playing with her. But other than that, at the end of the day, he really wants her to come home. In my opinion, she should have stayed at the house and he moved out and seek elsewhere. But she has a mother that she can move. Well, in another grand scheme of things, she probably want to move out of the house just to remove herself from always being there in a new environment, so she can be able to reflect and pick things up and keep moving forward, and then also have a good support system at the same time, meaning her mother, Miss Faye. So but we concluded with her saying to him, I'm scared to love you again. And when she said that, I also get it. You're trying to move forward. You done got your groove back. You are making boss business moves, and even though it's affecting your son, their son, in regards to being in a 2-parent household, and then over into another environment where the dad is living here and the mom's living here, it does cause it. There's an effect when it comes to a broken household. So is overall, and when it comes to Glenn and Tisha, it's only up to them if they want to continue on being together, and I hope that they be able to work things out. And again, it's a collaborative thing when it comes to coming back together, and just know that it's going to be a journey when it comes to building back that trust and a foundation, because nowadays a lot of people are not going to take that anymore. Okay, they will rather leave at first hand and not work it out and see if things will change in the long run. But at the same time, you got to know your self-worth within that relationship, and that goes for both individuals. So the fact that she's able to continue to be on her self-care, self-love, self-admiration journey, I'm here for it, because that's what every woman and that's what every human being needs to experience, being able to reflect on your own and being able to be the person that you always want to be, so you can be able to attract the people that you want and the things that you want to come into your life, so you can be carefree and live unapologetically you in the end. So yeah, basically my takeaway from this episode is let's keep this revitalization of Fair Street going. And of course, let's resolve this issue with Marie and Latrice when it comes to what happened at the brunch, and just let bygones be bygones. And then of course, know your worth. Everybody know your worth and set healthy boundaries so we can be able to communicate with each other, and of course love one another in the end. All right, so with that being said, that is my thoughts, my recap and review of the Belle Collective season 2 episode 4. And feel free to leave your comments down below on your thoughts and opinions about this episode. Anything I missed, anything you caught that caught wind of and I missed. And yeah, let's just keep these conversations going, because even though it's reality TV, majority of the time, like they said, art imitates life. So with that being said, yeah, just go ahead and continue that conversation in the comment section below. And thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. Please be sure to like the video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time I upload a video. And always remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself so you can heal thyself. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.